myself, I'm not going to decide on what it's going to be. I'm just going to let it happen, and it happened. And afterwards, I took a moment to take it in. But real surreal experience, and the reception that I got coming back here to Newfoundland has been unreal. You know, these guys, you know, are clapping while I'm hitting pads and super supportive, bringing me back here to teach techniques and stuff like that. So it's been really good. But as I said earlier, before we start the interview, it's business as usual. The training doesn't stop because we have one win. It's like this is just the start of a lot of things. The next one, they're not getting any easier. You know, these fights they don't go down from here. You don't
they get harder, right?
They get harder. You know, it really depends on how the UFC wants to handle me. But I don't imagine there's any easy fights in the UFC. The last one certainly wasn't. Remember the mental preparation that went into it, the years that went into it, the style of opponent, you know, the diet, everything was going really well. So I'm glad I was like a little sick to get from the fight and lost in my usual like neuroticism. But when we got it done and it was all over, it turned into like a really good thing. You know, being able to do this, and you guys being able to do this turned into. So sure, he asked me to come in and help and show some guys with the MMA. They're primarily Muay Thai, traditional Muay Thai gym. So they just wanted to come and share some MMA stuff. And we had 2 3-hour seminars today, a beginner one and an advanced one. And we did some demos tonight to kind of showcase some of the areas for people who might not be familiar with it. And I think it all went really well. A lot of positive feedback so far. So happy. People that I've trained with a lot say a lot. They say practice truth, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how you come off or what you say. You have to get in there and be real. And it's the only thing that matters is that fight. You can't fake your way through anything. There's absolute truth when it comes to that. So it's helped me a lot in my personal life just to be real. I told them to ask me anything. There was some tears shed and everything this morning in the press show. It's like people got emotional. That's what it is. I live like raw. I care a lot about that stuff, and I care a lot about the people back here supporting me. So we talk like completely open. That's the way I want to keep it too. The techniques that I share, I want to keep it open. I want to keep it available. Just the same way the people I look up to pass them to me. And like real martial arts, you have a lot of people that do things for the show, and they get caught up in the whole machine and industry stuff, how you market yourself and this and that. I'm a northern Newfoundlander, you know what I mean? I'm a purebred Newfoundlander. I don't know how to do that, and I'm not going to pretend that I do it because it's not good for me. You know what I mean? I'm just going to do what I've been doing, practice truth, and I'm trying to be as real as I can. Of course, I'm going to get worked up. There's going to be people I fight I'm sure that I don't like, and it's going to be all that stuff along the way, but at the end of it, I'm just going to be myself and see how that works. If it doesn't work, it's like, at least it was like, really. It's been a really rough tumbler, you know. Like since I was super small, and I didn't know how to be rough or tumble. I always had that in me. Like, I always enjoyed like competition and stuff like that. You grow pretty isolated, you know. So the things that have an influence on you, they really have a deep impact. The things like the martial arts and stuff that you see, or the people that you idolize and look up to, they have a real deep impact. Like the films you watch and all that stuff. Right from a really young age, I was competitive, and I knew I wanted to do something physical for as long as I could. And I had no idea it was going to turn into like a contract where I get paid money to go on and be physical and do the stuff that I want to do. So I think my personality is definitely embedded in me because of Ship Cove. You know, and all Newfoundland too. I lived in Stevenage for a while, and now I'm living in Halifax. Halifax definitely hardened me up. That city is really good to me. You know, I feel like Halifax is adopted son, but always coming back to Newfoundland is my home in this place. If I have anything, even when it's not technique or whatever, I'll always have it here. So it means a lot to me to try to keep that. Saying, you just be like keep it out of your head and right in front of you. What I mean by that is not to let the idea of something take it over. You know what I mean? Because that's ruined a lot of stuff for me in my life. You have an idea of something, you decide what it is before it's actually manifested itself, and then it's gone. The idea is taken over, and then when it comes into that reality, it's not the same thing anymore. Maybe you're disappointed in it, or maybe it's not quite what you kind of like formulated it to be. So that's my advice. And maybe a young kid wouldn't understand that, but I try to keep it out of your mind and right in front of you. That's what I do to this day. I still try and keep that, not mantra, but whatever you would call it, of just letting it happen and not deciding on things, not letting people decide on what you are, or like pigeonhole you to something. Toughness is not about that. It's about how long you're willing to do that. That's tough people. And we're new kids, like they don't build them as tough. Right now, the matchmaker Sean Shelby and the company are going to decide. We may hold out for the next Canadian card. It's really nice to have the support. I don't know how the UFC feels about maybe building me up, taking the next progressive step in competition. There's also a UFC in June in Brazil, which is a nice timeline. But ultimately, like I said before, I'm a fighter. Fighters fight. They're going to call me with a name. I'm going to say yes. And I'm going to set the date. So. I don't have too much stuff. I keep the Instagram as GTalk45. The Facebook is Gavin Tucker MMA fighter. I think I may have adjusted.
People will find it.
People can find it. You just look it up. I think it's pretty well. Instagram GTalk45. Post a lot of videos of my team and Titans MMA in Halifax and my whole Halifax Ninja clan that we have out there. It's murderous. We're already proud of that place. So check that out too. Titans MMA _HFX is the Instagram name. You're going to see a lot of good stuff on there too.